Hello YouTube, Jeff Steele here with SteelNavigator. Today I wanted to create a sequel or part 2 video to my video on the moon phase and women's sexuality. Okay, some other things came to note and I wanted to just create a part 2 on that. So my first video was speaking in regards to the topic of how the moon phase, if we follow it, we can really track women's ovulatory shifts. Okay, in other words, what times of the month they have a higher probability of being more sexual in nature, okay, and more responsive, okay, in that area. So I mentioned a story where it was a night of a full moon and an ex-girlfriend who I hadn't had contact with had reached out to me she was wanting to come over and get together, okay, and it was just, it so happened to be a night of a full moon. Okay, that very same night, another ex-girlfriend was banging on my door in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, woke me up, had to come to the door, okay, and was just emotional, just wanted to see me, okay. This is the same night, and it just happened to be a full moon, okay. So I started doing more research, and I had also heard old tales that, oh, the women has a pull with female behavior, and I had already sort of brushed that off, but I've come to the realization that it absolutely does. So the recent information I've come into is that it's not just during the full moon, but it's also during the new moon, okay? So full moon and during a new moon. Okay, so just recently I had another ex-girlfriend see me. It just so happened to reach out to me on a new moon. And the very same day, okay, another ex-girlfriend came to visit me, okay? Both on the day of a new moon. So same scenario, except on a full moon. This is with a new moon, okay? And no, it's not the same two girls. So something else of note. And also, there's another correlation in that during these periods, if a woman is not on her period per se, or during that, I'd say 7 to 10 day window when she's on her period, when she's sort of in the nesting phase, okay, that's usually the non-sexual phase, okay. If she's not in that phase, the other 2-3 weeks is usually the time where she's out and about, feeling more sexual in nature, maybe is more open to getting together with a male during that time, okay? Especially the week prior to that 7 to 10 day phase. So let's say they're not during that 7 to 10 day phase, and we're looking at the time window of a new moon and a full moon. Most often during those times, they are most promiscuous in nature, okay? They take more risks, they feel more sexy. Also, something interesting, and I've also put this correlation with it, is that during those times, they also tend to wear red the most. One of those girls that showed up on that new moon was wearing all red, bright red. Okay, something of note. So in other words, what can you do with this information? Well, if you're a guy looking to pick up a girl at a bar or club, or ask a girl out on a date, watch the moon phase, number one. I would do it either on a full moon or a new moon. Also, notice, is she also wearing red on that given day? If she is, you better go in and make your advance right away. Okay, because you have a much higher probability of securing a commitment to a meetup, a date, okay, some type of excursion. So that's the information. Also, if you have a wife, okay, maybe there's something you'd like for her to do for you. All right, maybe there's some things you want to talk about, or maybe you want to advance your wife, okay. Maybe those are the best times to do it. Give it a try. comment down below. Let's start a conversation on the topic. Tap the thumbs up icon, like the video, subscribe, and share it if you would. And I'll put a couple of links down below on some books that will help you with your relationships with women. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is part 2, sort of a sequel. Have a good evening.